My name is Kevin.
I'm Eileen.
I'm Michael.
I'm Brenna.
And we'd like to introduce you to our dog, Zoey. After the kids convinced us we should get a dog, we did some research on what type of dog we should get because we did have kids with allergies to dogs, so we couldn't, unfortunately, even though we would have loved to have gone to the pound and rescued a dog, we couldn't do that, so we had to find a hypoallergenic dog. We knew some people that had Portuguese water dogs, and they were a great family dog. We went over to visit Patty and Ted Hickey in Acton, West River Kennel. They were great. They let us come a few times. Our kids played with their dogs. They had 3 dogs at the time, Ross and Rosie, who are Zoe's parents, and Paige was also there. And we got to spend some time and see if the kids had any allergic reactions and play with their dogs. Since I had choices, I decided I wanted a girl. Zoey wasn't my first pick in the litter because she's white, and I was thinking I wanted a black dog because the white one was going to get really dirty. We ended up just based on they were keeping one of the dogs, someone else had picked the other black girl, so we got Zoey, and it turned out to be the best decision.
Zoey is a Portuguese water dog, and when we first got her, the breeder told us Portuguese water dogs are mouthy. And so we brought her home, and then we realized that being mouthy means that as puppies they like to mouth on everything, or like chew everything they can find. And so she's grown out of that a lot. Breed in general, they come in either black, white, or brown, and they're either curly furred or wavy furred. Zoey, it's very uncommon for Portuguese water dogs to be mostly white, but she's almost all white except for her tail and her ear, which are black. And she doesn't really have curly fur or wavy fur, it's kind of in the middle. So like the breeder told us, oh, she's whirly. So that's kind of how we refer to her. So she's kind of unique as far as Portuguese water dogs go in their appearances. The Portuguese people would have them like deliver messages between ships, and that's what they were bred to do. So she's a water dog and she likes water, but Zoey specifically hates waves, so she won't go anywhere near the ocean. Most dogs, when you throw the ball to them, they'll like run and give it back to you, but Zoey, like, she'll do that occasionally, but usually she prefers to play keep away, where you'll throw the ball and she'll get it and she'll run around and then she'll act like she's going to give it back to you and she'll run right up next to you. Then as soon as you go to take it, she'll run away again, or she'll drop it and then pick it up before you can, and she thinks it's like the funniest game ever.
Zoey is an amazing dog, but she can be a total scaredy cat sometimes. Like, she has so many fears. I mean, she's afraid of trombones, trains, swans. Like, it's just ridiculous how many fears she has. Like, her swan fear was developed when she was going through a walk through this place called Breakar, and she loved to swim in the lakes, but like when she goes into the lake, there's a swan there and it just swims over, and she just gets terrified of it. And her train fear comes from, well, she once was walking over a bridge where a train normally would go under, and like the train drove under the bridge as she was on, and she just like will never go near that bridge ever again.
Zoey loves sitting on the couch. She'll put both her paws up on the armrests, and that's funny because she'll just be sitting there looking around the room. Sometimes when you're using the computer, she'll hop up on the backrest for the sofa, and she'll look over on the computer at you. When Zoey was a younger dog, she'd love to rip up the flowers and run around with them. So my mom, thinking it would help, put some cayenne pepper on the flowers. Thinking she wouldn't like it, she loved the pepper. And she'd lick the pepper off the flowers before she would rip them up and then run around. And with our other food stuff, like, she's a really picky eater. Like on our dog food, we have to put shredded carrots and some Parmesan on it before she'll eat it. With Zoey's water, if she sees like a dirty puddle outside, she'll lick the water right up. But if she's inside and there's even one little speck of something in the water, she'll refuse to drink it, and you have to dump it out and give her fresh water. When Zoe was a younger dog, she'd always, because there was a bunch of puppies, so she'd get the food that was on the floor around the bowl. So when we brought her home, she'd always flip over the bowl and then eat the food off the floor. And then when we got a bowl that she couldn't knock over, she'd then stick her paw in it and just rip her paw back and knock the food everywhere and then eat it like that.
Zoe's the best dog we could ever have. She loves people. She hates being by herself.
We just don't know what we would do without her. Like, it's really hard to remember not having a family without Zoe. She's amazing. We love her, and she's a true member of our family.
She's the best dog ever. I wouldn't trade Zoe for any other dog.